咁啊，只想打打機。咁啊，乜都唔做，攤頭下，超下先。咁啊，太空戰士就有時都幾好特別嘅。呢就係老嘢遊戲嚟嘅。咁啊係咯。呢個 game 咧就老人遊戲嚟嘅，咁啊有個統計咧，應該係大部分都80後玩嘅，即係我哋啲中青，咪中青咧，中年人士都唔係青少年。估唔到好似眨下眼咁樣 ，FF7 好似昨天嘅事咁樣。而家已經 FF16，人到中年，所以呢個佢今次嘅故事劇情都會比較中年向少少。但係 Square 要面對一個問題啦，就係冇青年，冇青少年去玩佢嘅系列咯。
What do you need? You ever wonder where the hell Karen finds all these treasures of hers?
學下英文。
That blade. I've never seen anything like it in all my years as a blacksmith. The edge on that thing. Fuck me.
50.
Where the hell Karen finds all these treasures of hers? That blade. I've never seen anything like it in all my years as a blacksmith. The edge on that thing. Fuck me.
50歲，中年啊，中年仲要邁向死亡。50歲係中年邁向死亡，我覺得。好運嘅去到80歲啦，唔好運嘅諗一諗啊，仲有啲咩未做？所以我呢個年紀係要諗定50之後有咩未完成啦嚇，即係人生有一半要完成咗噶啦，有啲嘢要未完成要盡快完成，盡可能完成。例如我人生買層樓啦嚇，開始一個新生活啦咁樣，等等呢啲都做到，喺一個異地開始嘅新生活啦，無佢政權嘅嗰種嘅壓迫啦，呢種感覺啊，擺脱嗰種香港嗰種嘅即係極權嘅思想啦嚇咁。有一半新人去做呢個嘢，做呢樣嘢咯，咁做到啦已經。都不枉噶啦，其實有種不枉此生，因為你擺脱到香港呢個嘅垃圾政權。你擺脱咗個政權，你嘅人生都唔同。
So you can read. Congratulations. I didn't say I was wrong with him. I said something weren't right. He's not been eating me treats. He used to love cracking the bones from Molly's boiled brown, but now he won't so much as look at them. Didn't like him, which is why I'm of a mind that his mind's on something else. You've not been working him too hard, have you?
No harder than usual.
Pogo 唔肯食嘢喎。
You need a rest.
要休息啊。
What was it you said he was? A frost wolf?
That's what the lawsman seems to think.
Then maybe this all has something to do with whatever it is that's woken inside him.
I suppose things have been different since Rosalith. Perhaps Hippocrates knows something.
Instead of everything, you mean? Perhaps.
應該有啲嘢，佢唔肯食啊！而家唔肯食嘢 ，Pogo 唔肯食嘢。
Lawsman, I need to ask you about Torgor. Something's not right with him.
He isn't ill, is he?
I don't think so. But according to Lady Karen, he seems to have lost his appetite, which is certainly a new development. She says he's hardly been touching his bones of late, and she believes it may have something to do with what happened at Rosalith Castle.
I rather think she might be right, though not about his appetite. All canids are instinctively inclined to crack open bones for the rich marrow that resides within, and I see no reason why a frostwolf should be any different. Accordingly, I suspect it is not a lack of appetite that afflicts Torgal, but a surfeit of it. If we assume that his newfound magics require additional nourishment to sustain...
之前抽死神牌幾準，我唔記得喎。嗰張牌講咩嘅？死神我係抽過一次嘅，但我唔記得嗰件我問啲咩嘢。份工都係死路一條啊，類似係咁樣啦，係啊，份工都係死路一條呀。冇話準唔準嘅，其實我都預咗㗎啦份工，不過多此一問。
It may well be that the bones Lady Karen is accustomed to providing are no longer sufficient.
Yeah.
Frostwolves, after all, habitually prey upon far larger animals, whose bones may yield altogether different nutrients. As to where one might find a suitable substitute, some antelopes that graze the meadows of eastern Rosaria have been known to grow to a size more than double that of their lesser cousins.
I don't recall ever seeing any that large.
And little wonder. The oldest and largest such creatures rarely leave the safety of the highlands for fear of predators. The last elder antelope sighting I recall hearing about took place near Cressida, and that was long before the village was abandoned.
Even so, it seems like a good place to start.
Good hunting, Clive.
Good hunting, Clive.
Is that the thing Tomes helped to build?
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Really?
Có啲咁嘅嘢 The clock, Sam Block, the clock.
Clive, did you get my letter?
That's why I'm here.
That's why I'm here. That's why I'm here.
Listening.
Is this better?
A little. Listen, I've some bad news. It turns out the hideaway may be slightly behind in its payment to certain lenders, and it's maybe my fault. But I swear to the goddess, I thought I had the numbers square. Sadly, that square turned out to be more of a circle. Zero, you might say. I can straighten it out, I swear, but it's gonna take some time, and I'm gonna need help keeping it from Otto.
Bit late for that, I'd say.
There you are! What a surprise!
So let me get this straight. You forget to pay our lenders what they're due, and instead of coming straight to me, you get Clive to come to you. And I hope he'll dig you out of the hole you've dug for yourself. Clive, the man in charge of the place you've been cheerfully trying to bankrupt. And you thought this was a cunning plan. Why? Well, who needs paying?
Oh, just Martha. And the dame. And, well, Lady Karen. But only 500 talents.
We owe 3 of our most trusted friends 5
5
million
million
gil.
gil.
Each. 5 million
Each.
They lent us the bulk of the money we used to rebuild the hideaway, you see, and well, I must have made some sort of oversight.
公司爭人錢嚟㗎。
Those ledgers were my responsibility, and it was my decision to entrust them to you. This is my fault.
Do we have that much to hand? I can always ask my uncle.
No, we don't. And no, you won't. We've lightened Lord Rosfield's purse enough. After the king's ransom we had off him, he deserves better than to see our begging bowl. Besides, we'll need to learn to stand on our own if we're gonna make this work.
All right. But that doesn't mean you have to shoulder the burden yourself. Is there anything I can do to help?
There might be. How'd you fancy taking these to Martha and the dame?
Rocks.
Rocks, he says. Worth 1,000 talents apiece, these are. Little something Sid and I set aside for when times got lean. And I reckon 15 million in overdue debt probably qualifies. I just hope our associates' eyes are a bit more discerning than yours.
I'm sure there will be.
Should be me making the rounds, really. But you know how it is with this place. Orders to bark, asses to wipe and all that.
I know. Which is why I don't mind going in your place.
Go. Do you know why I only gave Master Clive here 2 star rubies?
Because you'd rather Lady Karen killed me.
Because I'd rather Lady Karen killed you. Yes.
Well, I suppose this is goodbye then.
Don't worry. I'm sure Karen will understand.
Really? Do you think so?
No, I don't.
2 star rupees 哇，欠債累累。Elder antelopes is Cressida. Open road magazine. Elder Cressida. 呢度有個咩 The Thing 咁我點入去啊？哦。
How the hell is anyone supposed to afford?
Did you hear?
The gates to heaven.
I want to see.
What am I going to do without Sweetwater and Oil of Talc?
Milady,
Isabella.
I come bearing gifts.
Gifts? Whatever is the occasion.
Star Ruby.
Oh my. Clive, you really have outdone yourself.
Otto asked me to give it to you. To settle the Hideaway's debt with the Veil. And to compensate you for the time it took us to do so.
You disappoint me, Clive.
Hello,
I thought
hello.
you might finally be warming to me. Tell Otto he can keep his baubles. I tried to tell him as much the first time around. The man owes me nothing.
PS5.
My contribution to the restoration effort was made freely and willingly. It was the least I could do.
佢個身板好垃圾嘅喎，佢係薄咗少少嘅真係。
You once told me Sid did you a kindness. I'd like to do the same. Please, accept it. For my sake. And for Otto's. For all of us. For all you've done.
It is rather fetching,
rather
isn't it?
fetching, isn't it?
Very well.
哇，好 sexy 喎呢條女。
Otto is lucky to have you, Clive. I doubt anything could ever replace his son. But you and the others at the hideaway are the closest thing he has to family.
Otto had a son.
品蒲都係。
Long ago, yes. Sid told me Otto lost him when he was just a boy, and blamed himself for not being able to stop it. I don't know how it happened, whether there was anything he could have done, but it was clear that it weighed heavily on him.
I didn't know.
How could you have? I doubt anyone did. Besides Sid, I've never met a man more keen to bear his sorrows in stoic silence. An ill habit.
以色列定巴勒斯梗係以色列啦，巴勒斯坦恐襲嚟嘅喎，嗰個係我哋曼城都受過啊，其實係恐怖組織嚟嘅，巴勒斯坦嗰邊係。但係佢哋兩個人都唔可以和平㗎啦，即係自古以嚟都係打到九彩咁樣，因為宗教，即係唔會因為今次戰爭而完咯，之後都會仲有好多呢啲戰爭。
Given that both have always been surrounded by friends desperate to help them.
I'm beginning to see that.
因為好多嗰啲咧巨富都係以色列人。而家你數得嗰啲咩 Steve Jobs 啊，Elon Musk，即係佢係同猶太人係有淵源咯。佢老豆老母係猶太人，好多啊，好多富豪都係。跟住朱希伯格，跟住Google、Amazon 全部都係嗰啲巨企嗰啲，全部都係啲即係猶太人嚟嘅。其實猶太人嗰個即係有錢都好啦，誇張。即係其實半個世界係佢咯。係啊，而家係分咗 team 㗎啦，而家組緊隊㗎啦，基本上係北韓、俄羅斯，跟住可能拉啲中東咁樣咯，伊朗嗰堆嘢，中國、中東咁樣，跟住就5萬聯盟，同二戰嗰個局面差唔多。德國同法國都唔算好，澳洲、德國、澳洲就親英嘅，係啦，法國都同英國都 friend 嘅。德國就有少少叛逆嘅，因為你二戰之後戰敗國係有啲唔鋸㗎啦。呢個位啊 ，bone to pick。
Ready, go? Faster!
係啊，歐美全部支持以色列，應該嘅都。咁你冇理由哇支持個恐怖組織㗎嘛？Triumvirate 喺邊度？冇證書。但係以為有件背心攞下。 哇，幾勁嘅個主角。而家10度啊，而家應該嗰邊凍凍地。
Will it be enough, I wonder?
一個骨頭，哇！中意食呢嚿大骨
That
頭。
answers my question, which means we owe the lawsmen our thanks. You're just a big puppy, aren't you? A very big puppy.
嗰個
You do know you can take that with you, Torgal. Lady Karen will be relieved to hear you've got your appetite back. Come on, boy.
今集啲角色唔算靚，佢上集啲角色靚啲，但係個故事，我覺得上集唔知佢做乜撚嘢，今集 OK， 今集。咁就覺得幾舒服喎，越玩越舒服啲嘅。個節奏啊，佢有少少超超地嘅，即係有陣時喺度行走啊，好無聊咁樣，但係都可以即係令你有種舒壓嘅感覺嘅都。
Clive, we weren't expecting you.
I wasn't expecting to be here, but it seems we still owe you a considerable amount of coin for your help with our rebuilding efforts. And though I doubt it's what you were expecting, we were hoping you'd take this as payment.
Star Ruby?
A star ruby? I can't accept this. It's worth at least twice what you owe me. More if you can find yourself the right buyer.
Think of the difference as interest.
Interest? If word got out I charged that much, no one would ever borrow from me again. Anyway, why are you the one here asking me about this? I'd have expected Otto. Bit much sending the Lord Marquis out to settle your debts, isn't it? The old goat working himself to death again.
Something like that. Most days I think he's the only reason the hideaway's still standing.
Same as always, eh? Back when the place was nothing but a twinkle in the eye of a recently retired Lord Commander, word is he was the first one Sid reached out to. Probably knew that without his strong arm and level head, the idea would never get off the ground. Sid may have been the face of the hideaway, but Otto's always been the backbone. And when Sid passed away, we were all worried that would be the end of it. That Otto...
歐洲人好像冇嘅，冇嘅。其實冇人憎猶太人啊，係即係巴勒嗰邊啫嘛，巴勒斯坦嗰邊。以前德國佬咯，以前德國佬即係希特拉真啫，其實冇嘅猶太人都好正常。
Just give up.
因為種族嚟啫嘛，唔通你話哇有啲人好憎廣東人咩？係咪要屠殺佢哋咁樣？新疆就出現呢個問題啦。
Death was hard on everyone, but it must have hit Otto hardest of all.
But he didn't give up, did he? Quite the opposite, in fact. If I recall, he was the one who nominated you as Sid's replacement, and rallied the rest around you. I reckon what he saw in Sid, he saw in you too. And don't we all? Doesn't hurt that you're half as stubborn and twice as handsome, neither.
香港大陸人，我哋華人咧就算係溫和咯，個仇恨唔係咁強咯。有喺度，即係覺得，唉，即係佢哋真係好麻煩啊！大陸人嚇放飛劍啊，冇好大鐵啊咁樣。但係即係我哋唔興噶嘛，我哋始終華人係奴隸心態嚟噶嘛，即係奴隸啫。咁我哋即係最多唔中意另一種奴隸嘅，即係咁樣最多會呻兩句咯，因為我哋係咯中意呻啫，又未至於好誇張嘅仇恨。因為就算你大陸人影響我哋香港人一時性咪屌兩句咯，話啲旅客 A B C D E 咁樣咯，佢哋又屌翻我哋咁樣咯。
That and you keep good company.
I suppose I do. Go will want to know the stones were delivered. If he's still with us.
This plot. 做完啦。血濃於水，個仇恨度升咗上去咯，有少少提升。揾唔到個地方，喺度。美安納道會捧場嘅，好多戲都想睇。拿破崙正喎，好多正戲。一做咗嘢之後咧，冇乜心機，即係有時間，好似今日咁，我陣間都要買嘢。人生好似一個奴隸咁樣咯，做咗嘢之後，做出又做入，真係傳説中嘅，跟住冇晒時間。
She was building a ship.
解決咗，有佢冇人喪出嘅。
So Lady Karen accepted the ruby.
About that.
上次睇咗個咩梵蒂岡第一區運，幾好睇嘅，幾得意嘅。不過老土嗰啲咯。呢啲戲都有時間唔中有興趣睇下。我睇下點樣啦，因為太多戲可以選擇。
I tried my best, but she was just too stubborn to take it. She threw it right back in my face, in fact, and told me I could stick my stupid stone where the sun don't shine.
Karen refused payment.
I hope it wasn't something I said.
I'm sure you were as tactful as ever. Let me see what I can do.
AI 創世者係喎上咗咯喎，睇下聽日咯，聽日去睇就得，181。哎呀，要温書，係喎，好多嘢做你見到，忙到韭菜。
Wonderful. I hope you have better luck than I did.
玩啫，呢套想睇，講嗰個 GameStop 係嘛 ？GameStop 呀，黐線點睇啊？而家點算？放工去睇啊，可能遲啲睇2部，好難。我唔知啊，上網睇咯。YouTube 本來有得睇嘅，佢可以俾錢嘅，俾錢有得睇，但係俾唔到錢啊喺 YouTube 度。我唔介意俾幾磅喺 YouTube 度睇，因為我出去都10幾磅啊，連埋車費。我哋曼城啲車費都幾金。琴晚出咗醒，使咗100蚊喺車費嗰度，黐線，來回。
You and Torgal had gone off somewhere. Take him for a walk, did you?
You could say that.
4 閃電俠其中一套滿意咯。DC 啲電影都我幾中意睇。
So, Molly's leftovers weren't good enough, eh? That'll teach me for treating you like you're still a pup. All right, no need to shout. Now we know what you're after, I can see about getting some in.
Speaking of which, I brought one for later. Can I leave it with you?
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, nice like that. In return, you can thank Tomes for me. The bloody know-it-all.
I was just on my way to see him.
完咗未啊？未。呢度仲有。
You're looking well, Karen.
What do you want? Out with it.
I want to know about the sword you showed Blackthorn.
點樣斜斜
Single-edged and extremely sharp.
Running around after him again, are you?
I suppose I am, yes. But I need to help him find out how to work an edge like that. It's driving him to distraction.
唔係係要翻工嘅，點都要翻工嘅，好正常啊！你有錢唔揾咩？冇錢咁你喺屋企拗春袋咩？又唔得嘅，即係咪正常嘅？我都會投咩㗎啦，俾大家玩下啫。但係事與願違咯，難以繼續係啊，唔會長咯，唔會長，只需要有個撲街上司喺度，你都唔會做得長。
Little wonder, I suppose.
佢會繼續有啲嘢為難你，咁冇所謂嘅，你頂到忍到咪得咯，係嘛？即係每日咁樣。但係我覺得人生冇必要喺嘥一啲時間係一個間公司嘅工作又唔係好有趣啦，跟住個上司又係咯意興闌珊啦，即係個上司又撲街啦，即係你無謂投資啲時間啦，人生喺嗰度。
Many like that make it as far as the twins, and those that do go straight into private collections, which made it nice and easy finding a buyer.
Can you tell me who bought it? Where is it now?
You think I tell people who my clients are? Suppose you're not likely to go nicking him off me, are you now? Fine. If you stop mooning at me like that. Lord Ignac's the man you want. Delmechian bloke. Collects weapons and the like. And he's got more money than sense, which is why he's one of my favourite clients. Reckon he'll still be at the inn in Dalamil, where I left him.
Thank you, Karen.
Oh. And he's a touch eccentric. If you take my meaning.
I appreciate the warning. Lady Karen, Goad tells me you weren't happy with our offer. Would you prefer the debt was repaid in coin?
What debt? I don't recall lending any of you like me hard-earned gil. I may have tossed a talent or two in the Hideaway's coffers, but though...
而家份工要計你一日做幾多？係啊，而家要攞出數咯，而家要。
For donations, and you can hardly call it charity if you go.
咪以前唔使噶嘛，呢2個月都冇話出數噶嘛，突然之間星期5要話出數，好唔對路咯。即係出數即係意味着，佢任去褪啫嘛條數，跟住話唔夠咪兜喎，或者為難你咯，好多嗰啲咁嘅啲小規矩為難你咯，跟住你勤力又睇唔到嘅。你懶散嗰下就睇到嘅咁樣。
Asking for it back?
Of course not. But one good turn deserves another. And our circumstances have changed. Surely you wouldn't shun the gratitude of a pauper who happened to have become a prince.
Oh, so you're a prince now, are you? Fine. But I'm selling it and taking what I'm owed, then you're getting the rest whether you like it or not. Where'd you even get this? A decent trader might nab 1,000 talents for a star ruby. A canny one, meanwhile, might claim it were nicked from the belt of Sid the Outlaw himself and ask twice as much. Might be I already have a buyer in mind. Might be you even know her. A fine continental maid whose beauty's only eclipsed by a guile in commerce. You wouldn't mind, would you?
Not at all. Just be sure to tell her that it's always a pleasure doing business.
多謝拖，多謝拖，我呢個字我都想查一查，成日用但係又唔好知佢嗰個。多謝拖即係都唔係完全係嘅，即係咩意思咧
？Thanks to this lump, I sometimes wonder what I pay you for.
What does mean not 拖？呢啲好簡單嘅英文，但係有時唔識。Not at all 1.20筆。
Not at all.
Not at all 毫筆缺筆。Never。Not at all，即係話都唔係嘅，都唔係。即係話一啲都冇咯。一啲都冇咁嘅感覺，咁嘅意思。攞嚟拖。
Speaking of which, I still haven't been paid last month's wages.
Last month's wages， 佢哋會係攞嚟做，即係等於 salary 啫。英國嘅 wages， 佢哋會用 wages， 唔用 salary。
So you remember what's owed to you then? Get your ass beyond that disc of yours and don't get up before those ledgers are square.
Right away.
I've seen that before.
You have, yeah. Plenty of times. It was the only goblet Sid ever used, either out of habit, or because the filthy sod couldn't be bothered to find a clean one.
I knew so little about him.
Like most people.
Martha and the Dame both seem to have fond memories of him.
I bet they do.
How long did you know Sid before he...
Before he died?
Before he died?
20 summers, give or take. Back in the day, I was a purser on a trade ship, which is where I met him. He bought passage to... I forget where. But having nothing better to do on the long nights, we set up drinking island rum till the morning bell dragged me back to my duties. Quit my post not long after that. On account of making a fine maiden's belly fat. But me and Sid stayed close, promising we'd one day sail the seas again. That was before fate stepped in and said she was having none of it. The magic woke inside my son soon after his first name day, and there was no hiding his knack.
Couldn't you and your family have...
My family were the ones who summoned the constable, wanted the monster taken away. I couldn't turn my back on him, forget what I felt, and I couldn't for the life of me understand how they could. Luckily, Sid was of the same mind as me. It was him who stood beside me when all I wanted was to tear the whole world down. Him who cried for me when I had no tears left of my own. Him who swore he'd do everything he could to stop it from happening again. And he was true to his word, too. Left the Royal Army once and for all. His ranks, his ribbons, gone. Just like that. Threw away everything he had. All to right a wrong that no one else had the courage to face. I knew then I'd follow that man to the ends of the earth.
啊，仲有段咁嘅古仔。巴勒斯坦遊行，竟然英國可以批准呢樣嘢。 喺法國禁止咗，唔知澳洲定法國禁止咗。
Was Sid saw the world for what it really was, while the rest of us were content to go along with the lie we were shown. And it can't have been easy bearing that burden alone. But he didn't let it stop him. He never lost faith in what he believed was right. And that gave us faith in him. Faith he'd steer us true. So I swore to myself that I'd always be right behind him, ready to catch the stubborn sod, if ever he should fall.
補完翻 Sid 嘅故事。
But I couldn't even do that. Ignore me. Just the ramblings of a tired old man. Leave that lot. I'll tidy it up in a bit.
Tidy it up a bit.
This is Sid's handwriting.
This is Sid's handwriting.
Dear Otto. I may be drunk, but I wanted you to know this place would be fucked without you. Love you, you grumpy old sod.
This note.
PS5.
Sid was.
我拆卸咁先買數買翻幾隻咪唔係嗰個我睇人哋嗰個介紹，佢話如果你拆咗嗰嚿嘢，即係買數位版咪平5嚿水。如果你買翻嗰嚿嘢咧，就要加8嚿水。咁你覺得着唔着數啊？可以隨時 add 落去嘅。梗係我覺得咧買咩啦？買碟板啊，碟板可以 trade 啊嘛。有一 trade 好過冇得 trade， 有一 trade 你係平啲嘅。呢隻 game 譬如我 trade 翻出去，值2嚿水嘅都2-3嚿水，咁我可以加多2嚿水玩新 game。
Without you, we'd all be lost.
He should have bloody well said so then. Just once. Before he went.
Before he went?
But then, why would he? Him, or anyone. I'd only have told him to piss off. You're wrong, though. Both of you. It was never just me keeping the hideaway afloat. It was all of us. I just shoved people in the right direction. I barely seem to be able to do that anymore.
Would you rather Goat were at the helm?
Well, maybe I've got a few more years left in me.
I'm going to hold you to that, Otto.
Before you go,
Otto 都可能會死喎，呢個 Otto。
Sid would have wanted you to have this.
我隻背做咩？
This'll do me just fine. Thanks for the ray of sunshine. I'll see if I can't pay you back.
Already have.
做咩攞你背？攞你背做咩？放喺屋企，多咗個聖物 payback。 佢叫 payback， 唔係 payback，payback，back，go back school，
They told me she was
Kate, go back school. Listen.
Is that the thing Tomes helped with?
Listen carefully. Listen carefully. Stay a while and listen carefully.
Ah, Clive.
Clive.
Were you able to locate your quarry?
We were indeed, Lawsman. You pointed us in exactly the right direction. And Torgal's been a very happy hound ever since.
Very good, very good.
Lady Karen sends her thanks, by the way, for your part in solving the mystery.
Ah. But that reminds me. After your last visit, I found myself pondering Torgal's talents. Do you recall our conversation concerning Lady Jill's role in Torgal's transformation?
About how she somehow woke the power within him.
Precisely that. A reasonable conclusion, I thought. But one which raised certain questions in my mind. You see, the Fenrir of legend served Shiva and Shiva alone. And while the powers attributed to him are certainly impressive, the records imply they are somewhat different in nature to those you described Torgal as having used.
What are you suggesting?
That Torgal may be the beneficiary of more than one Icon's power. Consider that in addition to Lady Jill, he has served as a loyal companion to you, your brother, and even the late Cid. In short, the Icons hitherto near at hand, or should I say at paw, have been diverse and plenty, and that number has only grown as the realm's dominance have fallen to your sword. One can but speculate as to how all of this has affected Torgal.
He has seemed more fierce of late.
And if I am not mistaken, he will grow fiercer still. We are fortunate indeed to be able to count him amongst our allies and not our adversaries.
Oh, he's more than an ally. He's a friend.
He's a friend. 應該係多文人嚟㗎嘛？嗰隻狗，隻猴。隻狗都係有召喚獸喺個身體上邊，我覺得有召喚獸。哇！好多呢啲小任務，做幾都做唔完。
People take notice of wealthy men. Shouldn't be too hard to track down Karen's collector.
The St. Drake's fang is gone. The whole mother Christmas. What are we gonna do?
Back again, are you? Any more trouble and you'll be barred for life, however deep your friend's pockets might be.
Here, you. Listen, I've got this theory. The Fallen. They fell. Some of them are still...
The Lords of the Fallen.
You could be one of them. I could be one of them.
嗰度film，係啊，嗰個咩 Lord of the Fallen， 其實 Dark Soul 咁嘅款咯，又係冇乜太期待。OK 啦，遲啲啦，有機會玩啲新 game， 好多新 game。
Calm yourself, Lord Ignac, I beg of you, before you do yourself a mischief.
Pardon the intrusion, but...
Out!
Pardon the intrusion.
I paid for these rooms so I wouldn't be disturbed. Leave me be!
Please, allow me to apologize. His lordship is going through a difficult time. and he's never been fond of guests arriving unannounced.
Radim! Get rid of the filthy oaf this instant!
Very good, Lord Ignac. Would you mind stepping outside for a moment?
I'm sorry if I've caused you any trouble.
That? Oh, no. That's just how his lordship is. Though the morning's events have left him somewhat fractious. He has been dispossessed of his luggage, you see. The thieves also made away with a considerable amount of coin. Coin the innkeeper will soon be keen to collect.
I don't suppose a certain blade was among the stolen items. A single-edged sword. It was purchased from a merchant friend of mine.
Ah, you know Lady Karen. Yes, I'm afraid it was.
Then I'll retrieve Lord Ignac's luggage. But I have one condition.
You have but to state it. You are welcome to anything that is within my power to grant.
An audience with Lord Ignac. A few minutes should be enough. Then I'll...
係啊，等新 game 你。我而家唔係咁樣咯，依隻都平咗啦。早嗰排60磅，跟住而家50磅。而家我買嗰陣時50磅，而家跌到去40磅左右。呢隻 game 係啲人都唔 keep 嘅啦，我都唔會 keep 嘅隻 game。但係我覺得 OK 嘅，個節奏都啱我嘅。有時，但係我覺得佢有時呢啲咁嘅 side quest 係真係有時長咗啲。
Be on my way.
A condition I would be a fool to refuse. Of course, you shall have your audience.
I don't suppose you saw where the thieves went.
I did not, no. Though some discreet inquiries made on his lordship's behalf mean that I know where you might find them. The bandit's bed. Every ill-gotten coin in Dalamil is said to pass through that disreputable corner of the Valcroy.
And that's where I'm heading.
I shall speak to Lord Ignac in your absence.
冇玩過喎，墮落之王。The Lord of Fallen 冇玩過。10幾年前嘅喎，佢話呢隻 game 唔知啊，睇下點。有啲人話好玩咯，睇見啲 game 評，有啲話好單一咯。
And arrange for an audience upon your triumphant return.
That will be very kind of you.
Farewell, and best of luck.
Best of luck. 新出嗰部幾錢？打得之門上賣，好平啫嘛 ！PS5 而家3000幾啊，4000頭啊，好平。隻狗快過我。喺呢度。
We've got company. Come on, lads, let's tear the bastard's head off.
17,000之門好多都話正，因為佢有好多選擇，你可以做好多選擇。
This must be Ignac's luggage.
Hi, rolling on the floor laughing.
Hello, hello.
Let's get it back to Dalamel.
Back to Dalamel.
I hear I have you to thank for the return of my effects. What shall I call you, my good man?
Wyvern. Glad to make your acquaintance.
A formidable name indeed. Well,
Wyvern Tide.
I appear to be in your debt. Radim here tells me you wished for an audience. Is that all?
A few moments of your time should suffice, yes.
Seat
Wyvern. You're a peculiar fellow, Wyvern. All right. Speak.
呢個英雄係好多名字，一個英雄，一個 outlaw， 佢哋叫 outlaw， 即係叫做亡命之徒係好多佢嘅名，個名係好多變化。
Tell him about a certain single-edged sword you recently acquired.
Oh, a true work of art, that one. Karen drove me hard on the price, but I would have sold her Radim here to get my hands on that sword. It was made in the Outer Isles, far beyond the Twins, and is used exclusively by the practitioners of a unique school of swordsmanship. They believe no combat should ever exceed a single strike, and hone their blades to such perfection that none ever does. Each sword is made for that one perfect stroke, and for that stroke only. They crack upon a second blow. There's a brutal sort of beauty to it, really.
But how do they hone such an edge?
Fine question. Why, they use a whetstone, of course. Whetstones, rather. A whole array of them, ranging from the coarse to the fine. 10,000 licks with the sharpening stone, then 10,000 more. But it is the final stone which lends the blade its legendary sharpness. A mineral quite foreign to this great realm of ours. And that is the key.
但咁多 game 會 skip 咁一兩隻 game， 有咁多戲睇又有 game， 應該直衝白吞之門咯。如果白吞之門，我唔知啊，又係啲 RPG 嚟嘅，其實都係，不過可能會有啲得意嘢咯。呢隻 game 嘅 RPG 就緊局㗎啦，但係人哋嗰隻白吞之門係可以選擇㗎嘛，你可以殺咗個 NPC 就得。
Wyvern, it occurs to me that my little lecture is hardly equal to services rendered. Take this, together with my regards. The very stone of which I spoke, far rarer among collectors than even the blade itself, and a far more fitting payment.
Thank you.
Pardon the intrusion, my lordship. However, it is long past time we prepared ourselves to depart.
So it is. I am locked in bitter competition with a rival collector of curiosities. I am one step ahead of the unscrupulous scoundrel, but he is hard at my heels.
And there are many other collectors out there.
Too many to count, but only one do I consider my nemesis. Lord Byron Rosfield. And is a perennial thorn in my side.
I can imagine.
Farewell, Wyvern. May our paths cross again. Radim, we mustn't dawdle.
I think his lordship is rather taken with you, Master Wyvern. Thank you again for your assistance. Coming, my lordship. I'll be right there.
I will be right there. I will be right
Trust
there.
Uncle Byron to find such an interesting rival. Now, let's see what Blackthorn makes of this whetstone, shall we?
Let's see, and shall we? Let's see, blah blah blah, and shall we?
BBC。
記者被以色列警察持槍威嚇受傷。OK。BBC 冇啦，你戰爭狀態，你唉是但啦，冇辦法㗎啦。
What are we gonna do?
Back again, are you? Any more
Back.
trouble and you'll be barred for life, however deep your friends' pockets might be.
戰時狀態，大佬，人哋手身有好小事啫，其實有。點知你係咪卧底定乜嘢啊？扮 BBC 記者咁，手下身好平常。
Is that the thing Tomes helped to build?
Mid told me she was building a ship.
巴勒斯坦人以阿拉伯人為主，以色列以猶太人為主。我搞撚咗好耐，睇佢啲懶人包，好長個故仔，係阿伯拉罕嗰陣時係咪阿伯拉罕？阿伯拉罕佢住咗喺以色列嘅嗰陣時，跟住咧嗰陣時就因為饑荒定乜柒嘢。咁啊移咗去埃及嗰邊，咁一啲希伯來人咧，希伯來人咧就全部住晒嗰邊。同時話英國全部貨倉工人、臨時工人於12個星期後一律要離職啊！二戰期間猶太人遭納粹。我教短 trip 係啊，唔係短 trip 喎 long trip， 不斷短 trip。12個星期後要被迫離職，唔係好明你意思喎？點樣12個星期？我做咗8個星期，啊3個月後轉 pension， 即係轉被迫離職啊！做少咁我即係我如果我而家8個星期啊，9個星期啦，即係仲有3個星期到手。全部臨時工，因為佢唔想將你變做長工嘛，係嘛？或者俾 pension 嗰堆嘢，增加個成本。pension 係我供5%，佢有供5%，或者3%啦，我供3%，佢供3%，佢唔想俾呢份嘢錢。咁你換個新人，咁啲投資都仲划算，係咪咁樣計？咁同香港啲濕鳩僱主一樣啫，睇下我間公司會唔會咯？唔知，但係我都幾肯定，佢聖誕之後都冇，就算唔係3個月都變，即係4個月咯，唔係3都係4㗎啦。係咯，復活節再請，即係復活節幾時嚟？復活節4月啊，即係漚3個月咯，去3個月俾你休息下。冇話好唔好嘅，咁你少咗3個月錢咯，即係人生。但係你可以去玩咯，去玩，跟住翻嚟再做喎，即係復活節翻嚟再做。 但係當然啦，佢請嗰陣時一大碌請咁，請唔請中你咧？係嘛？嗰啲生意要好多，要有好多正規，係啊，會有。May Circle 你想唔想要士巴拿？可以俾100你。
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Is everything we've received and everything promised?
有啲咩攞？要啊，唔得嗰陣，俾8士巴拿你，咁你就可以去喺正台嗰邊留言，佢哋都有間唔中留下言。處理少少台報先，即刻要啊俾啊！我將逐個失散咗，失散咗嘅網友聚合埋一齊，將 Outlaws， 我就係 Outlaws， 亡命之徒。要將啲網友聚合埋一齊，睇下先。去揾翻條舊片先。但有啲難㗎，即係我睇下邊條舊片有你嗰個留言，我先 at 到。我逐條抄，但係都有，因為你嘅留言都容易揾到。轉咗模式。
明牛。
我曾經見過你個名，但係我唔知邊條片。有啲大鑊，你記唔記咩啊？公司改咗放工時間22:40，我已經離職，因為冇巴士。啲同事叫我繼續做，到12月先走，反正12月都冇。已經離職啊，咁快？係啊，我要揾翻 May Circle， 我以前揾到㗎，但係而家揾唔翻。因為間唔中留言嗰啲，我要好辛苦先揾到嘅要。但我要認得喎，我要認得啊，認得你喎，跟住得啊，揾到。OK， 搞掂。咁你以後正台嗰邊就留言，每個星期復活1至2個網友咁樣，如此類推。咁就內閣制咯 ，Cabinet， 歡迎你成為影保 Cabinet， 影保 Cabinet， 內閣成員多咗一個新嘅議員。Spam rewards。
Here you are.
Here you are.
all yours.
Yeah, here you are.
Hasn't been delivered yet, I'm afraid. All done?
All done. I'm afraid. 有機會逼供做咩？譴責我，罷免我呢個 PM Prime Minister， 內閣可以罷免我，冇得罷免。我係終身制嘅，同習大大一樣。影報呢個位係終身制。你哋內閣成員係可能每5年會 review 一次嘅。你哋擔心你哋嘅位不保先啊！我係永久喎，永續年啊，好似掩區入邊啫，冇好簡單嘅。辭去財相係逼住我身，冇人可以逼到我落台喎。影報 B 逼影報 A 咁樣咯，可能我第二種人格逼我自己，逼我影報 A 嘅人格落台，唔同人格上台咯，只有係，即係唔同時期嘅影報上台，人會變嘅，我都承認，人嘅性格都會變，唔係好難啫嘛，複雜咪好咯，你好難去滲透，好難有啲五毛滲透。我就專登搞到咁複雜嘅，咁你反正你做會員都可以㗎，又有啲人心急唔可以做會員咯，唔心急咪可以慢慢等我確認翻你嘅身份 ，register 啦。睇下先，打呢個有新聞始終會留到言嘅。我專登嘅，我係專登突發同大家講呢件事嘅，即係冇先兆之下開會員模式嘅，專登等嗰啲五毛係嚟唔切去做一個反應，兵不厭詐同埋兵貴神速啊！等佢哋一夜之間就死晒啲五毛，以後都留唔到言。跟住亦都話俾一啲，即係冇我見到嘅觀察就係點解我要開打機台，就係俾一啲相熟嗰啲網友，有啲網友係唔打機，但係過嚟吹水，咁我認到我就可以覆佢哋，即係肯定嗰啲係知即係識㗎啦，即係睇慣本台㗎啦，唔係啲行雲野鶴啊入嚟唔知嗰啲五毛留言啊咁樣騷騷擾擾啊咁樣，擾擾攘攘啊咁樣。嗰個 bombs， 嗰啲 bomb 係邊度嚟？嗰個炸呢嚿嘢係邊 ？The clock， San Barclay，石班橋，石班橋喺邊度？石巴橋，石巴橋，睇幾點鐘先？而家4點44，可以玩到5點6點，跟住就出去買嘢食。石巴橋，人生好似淨係我淨係為2樣嘢咯。而家人生就係為間屋，有時打掃啦，為個胃啦，食嘢啦，出唔到去啦，出唔到城，出城好嘥時間。係食逼爹哋，唔需要特登出聲食，慶祝唔到先咯，同埋慶祝唔到。唉，琴晚我都想慶祝嘅，不過我唔記得帶電池，帶電池可以喺度直播喺度食嘢，跟住冇帶電，跟住翻屋企。 奇差著，我估唔到佢咁早收，好彩早收又唔係凍撚死我喺個街度。又義工喎冇錢喎，佢又好似成個 condom 咁樣。做義工係好有 condom feel 我覺得。用完跟住即棄咁樣，你走得㗎啦，放低件衫啦咁樣。哦，即係個碌棒可以帶走嘅，熒光棒咁樣一路。但係我吹咗風幾個鐘喎咁樣。HS2 食咗鹽，好多人唔支持保守黨，又唔係食鹽嘅，咩食唔食鹽啊？保守黨唔係啊，保守黨落緊㗎啦。你幾個 Prime Minister 都死撚咗，已經冇乜即係令到好多人對 Conservative 係失望。有幾個政策令到即係英國人失望。第一就係Brexit。第二就係 Boris Johnson，Boris Johnson 就令我哋香港人有希望，但係英國人係覺得失望㗎嘛，怕啲 Gates 個問題。跟住請咗嗰個 Lee Truss 又係令人失望。英鎊跌到趴街，8.9都見到，嚇撚死人。而家就喺9點幾啊，9.5之間徘徊。跟住而家呢個宣納。不過不失啦嚇，即係咁樣。跟住其實英國佢都見到嗰個經濟唔好，其實一定要 cut 嘅 HS2 大白象嚟嘅。你計到啲咪增加到，又唔係3個字去到倫敦，你整嚟做乜撚嘢啫？唯一辛偉誠陳起應該報咗出站。唯一可以拯救佢，唔出奇啊！波裝手好強勢，但係好多政敵啦，好難立足啊！而家以前係 friend， 而家係敵人啊！辛偉誠同波裝真冇啦，遠啦，冇所謂嘅。佢政黨流態，英國成日咁樣噶啦。你睇翻佢歷史啲 PM 都係咁樣。鹽仔啊，酸辣㗎，冇話鹽仔蒸帶頭辭職。哦呀，唔係咁講啦，喺政治嘅立場係不嬲都係咁樣㗎啦，爾虞我詐啊，你虞我詐咁樣，即係冇一個承諾都係假假地㗎啦，係咪先？即係啊，所以你 BNO 計劃都係可以係突然之間，佢今日話俾你，聽日都可以收翻，盡早過嚟咯，就係嗰句啦。起碼我嚟到，佢冇咁容易食言啦，係咪先？我哋香港人真係真心帶夠錢過嚟，冇嘢做都照捱，啊，做啲濕鳩工我哋都照捱，打散都即係叫做炒散我哋都照做，即係明明以前揾6、7雞嘅，係嘛？嚟到英國揾1雞2雞都照做，做護士長都照嚟做，做工廠。彭斯最後都冇搶，呢啲冇所謂。呢啲政治呢啲嘢邊有永遠㗎？永遠嘅敵人，永遠嘅朋友。填充腦袋，填充心靈，充滿我。係啊，胃咯，心靈腦袋呀。但係我覺得我用咗好多時間喺個胃嗰度，我唔知點解。胃係佔咗一半嘅人生，我幾肯定，因為你要花時間去買嘢食，花時間去煮嘢食，花時間去食嘢，花時間去消化，係用咗一半嘅人生。跟住你喺度諗，你仲有幾多時間咧？跟住一半時間用咗工作，一半時間用咗喺個胃嗰度，冇啦。所以除非你唔做嘢，你先有時間為你自己嘅精神咯，你嘅靈魂咯，為你嘅腦唔腦袋好難講，我真係覺得腦袋都唔知係咪屬於自己，有時會懷疑個腦袋係咪屬於自己，尤其是發夢嘅過程，點解成日都會有啲唔同嘅身份嘅咧？自己即係我嘅身份係可以代替，即係可以不斷 replace 喺夢裏邊個世界。 所以腦都係一個，都係控制我呢個靈魂嘅一個仆街嚟嘅，腦都係一個腦好似一個 supervisor 咁控制我個身體，我靈魂先係我代表我，靈魂先係代表我嘅本質。你要撇除你真係，我開始明咩叫冥想，就係你撇除晒所有嘢，你就會揾翻個靈魂。你唔係為咗你個胃，唔係為咗你個工作，唔係為咗你個腦都唔係個腦，因為個腦會 keep 住令你去諗一啲嘢，諗一啲無謂嘢，有用或者冇用嘅嘢，都係個枷鎖嚟。要好超之下嗰個先係你，即係完全冇目的嘅，漫無目的嘅，咁就係為自己啦。我覺得，因為就算 even 有時你有啲時間係，即係你唔返工啊，應該係會為自己多啲咯，個時間會，即係個時間係會俾自己多啲咯。好過俾人哋，因為你返工嘅時間係俾人哋，但係所謂俾自己有時都唔係俾自己，但係你會了解到肯定唔，就算唔係俾我自己都，肯定唔係俾嗰啲仆街先，嗰啲返工嗰啲仆街先，尤其是返到一份濕鳩工咧，即係佢唔識欣賞你咧，係好無謂嘅。三大黨的黨員大會已經先後結束 ，OK， 冇啦，今年係 Labour 噶啦，冇所謂嘅，即係唔係未試過，都試過啊！以前卡梅倫咪工黨，冇所謂，其實應該咁咪仲好咯，體現到嗰個政黨輪替嘅一個民主制度。係啊，10月1日係冇錯係啊。佢咁啱先係阿曾偉成喺我哋嘅嗰間最靚嗰間酒店度開會，保守黨大會嗰間叫做Midland Hotel 嗰度開會，所以佢好多差佬，但係撞正我哋即係香港人遊行，但冇所謂嘅曼城嘅。咁搞笑嘅曼城開會，唔係喺倫敦開會。人生去到人到中年，覺得我有幾多時間係為自己咧？諗咗好耐。尤其是打呢份工之後，我覺得都係咯，我都知㗎啦，即係人生唔應該為工作。我 day one 已經知，但好無奈啦。佢真係有嚿錢俾你啊嘛，你睇錢份上。跟住去到哇條撲街開始出聲啦，話你 lazy 啦，更加我覺得算罷啦，不如。請問佢幾可有賺過你？0，幾可彈過你咧？經常年都有5毫話英國唔起高鐵係短線，高鐵係長遠投資。佢而家連登使好撚多方向㗎啦，啲5毫嗱。第一，佢英國嗰邊又嘈，喺高鐵根本就係黐撚線，即係同香港個高鐵一樣大白象。香港人唔撚用啊，嗰個高鐵又嘥錢，用嚟做其他嘢好過。而家第二連登咧就即係使就係使啲人咧就中立，以色列嗰壇嘢咧就唔好企邊，甚至支持呢個巴勒斯坦，又係黐線嘅嗰啲唔好。基本上以色列，喂大佬正義之師啦，直頭係咪先？你搞到我咁樣啊，老劫喎大佬，打劫喎大佬，仲要殘殺啲小朋友啊嗰啲喎，所以好撚仆街㗎啦巴勒斯坦。你戰爭嘅，你成年人嘅遊戲啦，當你係咪打過咯，踢場波都好啊，係咪啊？去解決咯，係咪先？傾生意咯，或者好似英國佬咁樣咯。其實英國係佢做咗個典範嘅，就係點樣唔咁多種種族融埋一齊咧？咁樣佢融到喎，即係100幾200年裏邊好嘢喎，即係英國。 雖然佢有錯過，佢都有錯過。以前帝國主義都有錯過，佢又錯翻嚟，但佢修正得好快，好聰明啊！好多都係司馬懿，係啊，即係冇嘅政客呢啲嘢，政客最中意講大話，唔講大話嘅政客就唔係政客啦。政客第一樣嘢要學嘅就係講大話。坤鳩啲自己啲選民，特徵，唔撚係特徵。
Sorry for the wait。
只不過練得冇特徵，係咯，開始黐線，幫呢個咩啊新疆洗白啊，黐線。中國都係撲街，一條撲街嚟嘅，不折不扣係條撲街嚟嘅。佢只不過遇着個對手唔撚識反抗嘅，新疆人唔識反抗嘅。啊，如果識反抗咁，佢大陸又係即係又係驚參夢。佢而家咪好驚你香港人反抗。話李家超做得好，樓價仲係跌喎，啊，仲係財政儲備繼續跌喎。仲係啲地皮賣唔出喎，黐線！靠嗰幾粒燒賣去撐住香港經濟靠嗰20蚊4粒燒賣去撐住750萬人啊嘅經濟，諗都諗到一個係叫做算把啦。即係你見到係技窮咯，香港嗰啲五毛啊，或者佢政府啊。嗰啲叫做粉飾太平嘅技術咧，越嚟越技窮咯！竟然攞20蚊4粒燒賣去粉飾太平，當一啲有智商嘅人係弱智，有智慧嘅人係弱智，當香港人弱智，跟住歡天搶地，哎呀排隊去買燒賣啦！啲人經濟掂咁樣，咁大陸每日都有夜市㗎啦。東莞而家仲好多馬路喺度，係咪等於經濟好？係嘛？幾撚多窮人啊？大陸幾撚多鬼城？
But hopefully you'll agree it was worth it.
You learned something about that sword then?
I did better than that.
Post.
Hey, a whetstone.
Yes. But not one you'll find anywhere in Valisthea.
No wonder I couldn't get the same finish on the grinding wheel. One hit and all done, eh? Might not be so bad if all you ever fought were duels. But good luck on the battlefield. Your second opponent would be your last, no matter how good you were.
Even so, is there some way it could be used to give the Cursebreakers an edge?
I think so, yeah. With this whetstone and the right kind of steel, I could probably even make a twin of the blade that rattled me. But there'd be no replacing this little rock once I worn it down to a sliver. I reckon we get a dozen swords from it, if that.
即係點解我去玩呢隻 game 咧？我又覺得幾 enjoy，因為平時英文就係講得咁快，又唔知佢講乜嘅。到而家有時啲 NPC 講乜我都唔知講乜嘅，但係我而家要習慣隻耳仔聽呢一類型嘅英語咯。我已經唔係好抗拒，雖然唔知佢講乜啦。有時而家有字幕啦，有字幕都唔知佢講乜嘅有時，因為你要逐隻字查你先知。And I reckon we get 1,000 souls from it. Is that if that 都唔知講乜，即係我哋能夠咩啊？攞到好多嗰啲劍啊！唔知我諗 I reckon 即係 I think we get 1,000 souls from it， 即係我哋可以攞好多，即係製造好多劍。
Sword。
我出嗰部幾多錢？我出嗰部 PS5 貴啊，差唔多5000蚊，好似係。我嗰陣時買得貴。
That the Cursebreakers wouldn't know how to wield properly, and that would see them through a single fire piece. Nah, no point trying to copy that thing. Be about as much use as a wax amp. Cool. But finishing our blades with a whetstone this fine, now that's something to consider. And what's finer than fallen masonry, eh? Or more hard wearing for that matter? Just imagine it. Good Valisthian steel with an edge as sharp as any found in the Outer Isles. I won't make a copy now. I'll make something much better.
I'm sure the Curse Breakers will be delighted. Just don't push yourself too hard.
Don't you worry about me, Sunshine. I've been working day and night since I was half your age, and I'll still be here when you're long gone. Hey, thanks, Clive. I mean it. I owe you one. August too. It's good to know someone's looking out for me.
He'll be happy to hear you said that.
And I'll see that my debt to you's paid. First new blade I make's got your name on it. You come and find me when you've got the materials.
All right?
哇！佢鑄把劍俾佢喎，刻佢個名喎會。Excalibur, Excalibur 可以鑄造新劍。
What do you want?
Excalibur.
And how am I meant to do that then?
Boom and boom.
Bring me the materials, and I'll think about it. And how am I meant to do that then? Don't waste my time. You ain't got the stuff. That it? Fine.
嗰個炸彈嗰個，我咪有揾先。
Is that the thing Tomes helped to build?
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Clock Samba Creep， 成日都揾唔到呢個地方，定未出現嘅呢個地方。幾大個地圖，都揾唔到。我真係唔知喺邊嗰個。睇下先。Crossbacker Eric Fortis Imperial trace took a warm turn into the nearby wood, within which she discovered the ruins.
3,200.
Great ball fired the trace. The breast. Akin to a great ball of fire that Boom switch on. Curse wicket aiming for water in the nearby wood. There's a fallen airship. Everything then burst. Okay. The clock. Bamberkoup. 哇！要對嗰個地圖，我對咗好耐。Clock Bamberkoup。Dim is proof. Shortest. 有幾大啊？而家揾個地下都咁撚難，揾個地名。我未開喎地圖，可能真係未開，算點揾都揾唔到。真係唔知呢個 Bomb King 喺邊。Sandbrook。Kierview。Kierview。Sandbrook。Kierview。Seria Dynamics Seria。哦 ，Sandbrook， 我大概知喺邊。
BK.
Sherlock Rock。可能係上邊呢個位。View 就係個位。哦。The Dragon Elves North Ring。 View 就係呢個位。咁撚難揾嘅嗰個地 ，Samba Crypts。The clock. The Crucifixion aiming for the Imperial chase took a wrong turn. 200問題，阿塞拜疆那邊打埋就 PK。哦，呢巴流衝突3000幾人，死咗。俄烏第一日都死萬人，死過萬人。The Crucifixion aiming for the Imperial chase took a wrong turn into a nearby wood. Within reach, she discovers the ruins of a fallen airship, and within them breathes akin to a great ball of fire that trails her, screaming. From the grove, the soldiers notice 地方支持咩嘢？兩國方案解決以巴問題。OK， 都冇㗎啦，要分開佢哋兩個。哦，大概明。佢話喺個森林裏邊。Samba Crypt 森林 Imperial Lost Range Travel to Basically 但喺度咁大，邊度係個森林 ？Imperial Chase 哦，依個位，知，好似喺邊？應該係依個位附近，跟住我終於知道喺邊。搞咗好耐。應該裏邊。Imperial trade case。
That'll do, girl.
你隻 game 對嗰啲地名對到我有啲傻下，但應該都啱㗎啦，呢度。係呢隻揾翻個人，係咯，唔知佢做咩喎？佢做咩喺個山度匿埋，做乜撚嘢？都冇嘅，玩下嗰啲人在嘢啫。 哦，電死咗。
The rain is over. Now to collect the air. This looks like the stuff. Let's see if there's any more. That should do it. If Hawaii needs more than this, he can fetch it himself.
Is that the thing Tomes helped to build?
Mid told me she was building a ship.
哦，搞掂咗。應該有把新劍可以攞，不過可以解咗要飲先。有條女嘅。係台灣陶傑成日都喺度講呢個嘅台海戰爭，中台會打仗。其實冇啊，台灣都係咁。但係佢可以攞香港做個標準咯，香港都惡化，何況佢？台灣自己小心啲。
All right there, Sid. How's that hunt for the bomb ash going?
I have it here.
Bomb ash.
1, 3.
That's the stuff. And plenty of it too. Enough to keep the Olympic bubbling away for a good old while.
民進黨同埋國民黨。
Sid. Let nothing say otherwise. Right then, let's get this contraption up and running.
唔識睇台灣，冇研究台灣。鬱文最清楚，但係都咩㗎啦？台灣都開始賴共，佢守唔住，俾人滲透。There we have it.
Telemon
係得咗。
And it works just like the chief said it would.
Very impressive.
Very impressive.
Says the man who cut down a burning boulder. Speaking of which, I still haven't returned the favor.
There's no need. The good it will do for the hideaway is reward enough.
Don't be silly.
Don't be silly.
Why don't you let me take a look at that bag of yours? The one you keep your potions in. Reckon I could work some magic on that, huh?
What kind of magic?
Well, we happen to have isolated a substance in our test run of the Alembic that I reckon will make even the toughest lever supple as anything. Thought we might use it to breathe new life into old boots and the like. Save the hideaway a few gil. Ah, I reckon if we slap a bit on your bag, it'll loosen it up enough for you to squeeze in a bottle or two more.
Well, It can't hurt to try, I suppose.
That's the spirit. Leave it with me. I'll only be a mo. Well，
係啊，唔接受，因為驚香港人都有啲染劑啊，入咗去，啲藍絲入咗去滲透嘛，滲透呢樣嘢係要小心嘅，我都承認。
What do you reckon?
It certainly feels more flexible.
Right? Told you.
因為滲透好撚得人驚，因為你諗下，我民進黨幾好，如果你滲透咗一班類似啲大陸人落嚟，係嘛？咁我又輸噶啦喎，因為我俾咗你班香港人過嚟，我又輸咗，即係佢變咗兩難局面咯。咁佢咪即係，但係佢應該即係亦都要 fair 少少咯，唔好話為難啲即係已經移咗過去嘅香港人。佢驚有啲人係共諜咯，唔知真生活係咪啦，算唔算？所以唔俾佢入境。
Thank you. I think.
No. Thank you for support.
冇㗎，你就算你真正嘅香港人，我當你林鄭，你都可以因為錢而投靠咗中共㗎嘛，冇意思嘅其實，即係都冇啊，你鬼佬都會投靠中共㗎嘛，係咪先？滲透係冇分你官籍嘅嚇，你大陸人你都可以倒翻轉，你大陸人都可以係黃絲㗎嘛，係嘛？冇分嘅，佢索性咁樣我都唔識分啦嚇，咁咪盡量截住啲香港人咯，同埋會變㗎嘛嚇，因為啲立場會變㗎嘛，你除非你本土台灣人本土台灣人咧就。查3代你點查咁多代啊？佢都冇咁好氣啦，台灣嗰邊。我索性我查你，即係等於好簡單。點解我要搞個內閣制留言？我都唔需要查大家3代，係嘛？我只需要我覺得我認識你就可以俾你入嚟，即係咁解啫。即係類似咁樣咯。即係其實台灣都係咁樣玩內閣制咯嚇。我唔使查你，我點樣查啫？同埋。查到你係3代有問題，但唔代表你，譬如你如果你查3代啊，陶傑都有問題㗎啦。陶傑老豆好似話喺大公文匯度做編輯啊，係嘛？即係咁樣，即係冇即係冇意思㗎嘛。查3代係啊，同埋冇咁多人力物力查你3代。我不如索性我堵截嗰個人龍，堵截個人流，堵截嗰個來源，咪仲簡單係咪先？即係佢哋個 mindset 係聰明嘅。即係堵截咗，但係就變相苦咗我哋香港人咯。即係一廂情願移民去台灣，但係移民台灣本身都係一個錯誤嘅決定啦。台灣咁近同大陸，台海戰爭會發生有咩出奇？係啦，寧願少人都，寧願唔好話少人啦，直頭唔放人過嚟仲好。嗱，我唔放，即係等於5毛咁樣咯。即係如果我唔落對，如果我唔落閘，啲5毛咪衝晒入嚟。喺度滲透啊，搞風搞雨啊！嚇，我落咗閘嘅人一個都六根清淨，係嘛？淨係我識嗰啲人咪留言，係嘛？會員咪可以留言啊！真心嘅嚇，嗰啲人會留言啊！即係咁咯，即係啲共諜嘅，咁佢哋少啲走，係咪？即係咁。道理一樣，即係英國都係咁樣內閣制嘅，即係你要選做 PM 係好難喎，成件事你要先成為 MP 啊 ，MP 有分Lords of House 同埋 Lords of 即係呢個 House of Lords 同埋 House of Commons 嚇兩個議會制，咁兩個議會制跟住仲有好多條件你先能夠上去啊，一定要篩選嘅啊，係英國今次大陣送，篩選都難，一次過吸晒啲人過嚟，呢個係好罕有啊！咁受即係防滲透啫，其實啊，內閣制即係又唔係話唔受外人玩嘅，外人可以入嚟，但係要真心即係你要真心中意嗰樣嘢啊！你真心即係譬如可能內閣制，你真心為英國嘅，你先會越做越出力㗎嘛，係咪？ 你唔出力或者你自己本身冇一個成就，冇一個能力，你係好難成為一個內閣成員噶嘛。你本身有出過力㗎嘛，即係唔係話我冇出過力，跟住喺側邊咁指指點點唔得㗎嘛，係咪先？即係內閣制係一個咁嘅意思，精英制咯，即係類似係當中係即係真心嘅，唔係嗰啲玩嘢嘅嗰啲人，好多內閣制嗰啲，我認同。所以台灣嗰邊佢而家佢冇啦，就係冇所謂，我覺得。我攞 BCC 都冇所謂，強積金入嚟等住佢開發，有幾多啫？我都唔知有幾多 ，check 都冇 check。不過都要諗一諗嘅冇理由等到60歲先攞嘅，人都可能人已不在咯，可能都我都唔保證有冇65歲，大佬跌一跌都跌到咁樣，所以攞咗用咗佢係開心咗先嘅，係會。
Nevers. Without you, we'd never have been able to discover wonders like that stuff I rubbed on your back. And I'm telling you, there's plenty more where that came from.
降晒糖，到時加稅。咪而家咪炒公務員啊嘛！嗰陣時唔知睇邊單新聞，炒1% 公務員，以前冇嘅，以前冇呢啲咁嘅嘢。High potion 3 到4，potion 4點啊 ？Strength 通力3 ，Stone Skin 通力2到3 ，Very good。聽加大咗嗰啲水嗰個。可以裝多啲水嘅。請人佢唔係請人㗎，佢梗係請人㗎 ，keep 住人流失。佢請人唔使開支㗎嘛，零開支㗎嘛。佢請人嘅意思即係留你啲香港人叫你哋唔好移民啫嘛。炒人係要減開支啊嘛，即係越做越難咯。公務員係越嚟越難做啊，公務員。係咯，又唔係容易做，咁佢不嬲請人㗎啦，佢公務員長期請人，引下啲新仔入去㗎嘛。但係有乜意思啊？一個咁嘅社會，垃圾社會，黑社會，用啲黑社會做一個核心嘅一個政治班底嘅一個城市。五毛咪又係另一班黑社會，五毛又黑社會，佢差佬，唉得啖笑啦，係咪黑社會自己睇啊？國安直頭，哇唔使講啦，得啖笑，係大班人揸住就冇錯係 Excalibur 可以打200件，先係把新劍添。
No scratches, right?
No scratches, right? 政府工係唔憂㗎，佢話要炒人添，炒1% 嘅冗員喎，佢話遲啲加到5%，冇啦，縮減開支啦喺度。知道開始冇乜收入，跟住出鳩嗰個楊永雄， 鐵飯碗你有呢個鐵飯碗，你都覺得好唔穩陣。
What do I have to eat to grow as tall as you, Mr. Stelz?
又要宣誓又要食。
What do I have to eat to grow as tall as you, Mr. Stelz? What do I have to eat to grow as tall as you, Mr. Stelz?
How tall as you? 我要食啲乜嘢先會好似你咁高
What do I have to eat to grow
What
as
do I
tall
have
as
to eat?
you, Mr. Stelz?
What do I eat to? What do I have to eat to go as tall as you? OK， 你做晒任務，清晒。OK， 揾主任先。開 game 都係做一啲嗰啲副任，做一大堆副任。
Times help to build.
That's the thing. Times how to build.
Chimney stack. Must be quite a fire.
佢而家賴香港人啊，話你哋態度唔好啊，令到啲遊客少咗。條撲街又唔去搞掂呢個郵輪嗰個問題。郵輪嗰陣時成日經常要人排長龍，呢條撲街都搞笑。
Mid finished sending half the hideaway traipsing across the twins, has she? I swear, that girl'd do anything to put off visiting her old dad's grave. No excuses now, though, eh?
Not quite. She said there was one final thing she had to take care of. I'm sure she'll be finished soon enough.
She said that, in those words.
She did, yes.
Clive, were you born yesterday or something? There is no thing. She'll probably be halfway to Canva by now.
Mid. I might still be able to catch her.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Hugo Kupka's dead, isn't he? We don't have to live in fear of him anymore.
Oboleth, have you seen
Oboleth.
Mid?
Yep. In a boat. Going that way.
Then I'm too late.
You in a hurry at all, are you? I offered to take her across, but she wouldn't wait. Just paid for a dinghy and rowed off. Oars going like the clap.
睇唔到啊，有冇咩啊？侍應睇唔到，睇到半句。
Got some life in her, ain't she? But anyway, I was on my way
Anyway.
up to see you, as it happens. Letter for you.
Got a letter for you.
One of your uncle's men said I was to hand it to you in person, post bleeding haste.
哦，收碟有㗎，呢度都有㗎。
Thank you, Oboleth.
Don't mention it.
咪一啲啲嘅咋，佢有啲餐廳收得好快，有啲佢急嗰啲咪收得快，好生意咁咪收得快，嗰啲冇生意嗰啲好慢嘅，好差咁冇嘅，佢收咗你都可以照坐啊，冇所謂，幾好啊，張台幾乾淨，兩睇啫。
What tidings, Uncle?
Tidings, Uncle. 雞腸 ，You're laughing, Uncle. My dear boy.
Trouble in Canva. Well, I'll need someone to keep an eye on Mid.
So what? Mid got us to do all the dirty work and then just sailed off into the sunset?
It seems that way.
先叫做嘅。
Nothing we can do about it.
點解有啲夢好清晰，有啲夢我以我嘅研究或者感覺嘅清晰咧，就係你係入到去一個比較高層次嘅境界。如果我哋係身處一個三維空間，如果你入夢就等於去咗一個四維空間，超越時空。咁你超越時空咧，如果你越清晰嘅話，即係你係去到好入㗎啦，已經係。但係清晰嘅夢係少㗎嘛，個時間係你可以計翻嚇。唔清晰嘅夢係較為多㗎嘛嚇。 即係等於咯，等於呢個世界你精神嘅狀態係永遠係少過唔精神嘅狀態㗎。你唔精神嘅時間係多啲㗎嘛，人世間。
But next time you plan on visiting Sid, you might want to tie her to something before you suggest it.
Ah, don't be so hard on her. Got to admit, the dirty work was kind of fun. When everyone
都有啲可能會倒轉嘅，清晰嘅夢會比較多啲，咁就好勁。咁就倒翻轉。如果你清晰嘅夢多啲，即係你好入到嗰個境界咯。如果從科學解釋就係嗰個褪黑激素比較勁啲。褪黑激素就係我哋松果體會分泌嘅嘢，但係我哋控制唔到噶嘛。但係佢有時會多啲咁嘅，你咪入到去嗰個境界咯。一個好清晰，即係其實夢好似一啲你經歷過嘅事等於譬如我翻工呆下咁樣瞓下咁，你嗰日嘅記憶都係差啲噶嘛。即係係咩嗰日翻個工跟住翻嚟瞓覺呆下咁樣，發夢都係咁樣。如果你嗰個夢裏邊都有嗰個精神狀態係太差嘅話咧，咁你最後記嗰啲夢係好零碎。有時夢到舊公司翻工嘅代表，如公司夢咧，我嗰排即係臨翻工之前，好好奇份工做咩嗰陣時，都成日發呢啲翻工夢。而家都有間唔中有少少啦，都冇嘅。其實都係一種佢份工係你嘅生活嘅一部分，佔咗你一個好重要嘅元素，即係工作。咁你喺發夢裏邊就會夢見工作嘅環境意義就冇乜特別嘅，即係都係你好緊張份工，或者好重視份工，或者你嘅人嘅人生嘅時間付出喺個工作上邊都幾多就會出現即係工作就會出現工作夢有好嘅含義，有唔好嘅含義但係通常都即係點講好咧？我自己唔係咁中意發啲工作夢，我自己覺得即係代表我人生係俾工作 occupy 緊。自己中學返我都有試過中學夢，有試過學校夢嗰啲都有試過。所以夢係一個超越時空嘅一個境界嚟嘅，超越時空、穿越時空嘅境界。你不斷會穿梭喺未來同埋過去之間，有時係自己，有時唔係自己咁樣。
pitching in all that bollocks, just like when we built this place.
You're right.
夢同我覺得有關，絕對有關。總之就係你喺一個好黑嘅環境度瞓覺，會有助你個即係松果體發呢個嘅褪黑激素。中學夢有冇暗示？其實每個夢都有啲意思，但係嗰啲意思有時你可以留意下你夢裏邊你最留意嘅嘢係咩咯？即係最記到嘅嘢係咩咯？你中學夢好似正如你咁講，咁即係你個中學時期會有一啲事情係令到你特別，我諗係難忘啦，想做啦，遺憾啦，negative、positive、neutral 嘅嘢啦，都會即係一堆嘢啦，總之係中學時期你有印象嘅，你都會印咗喺個腦海裏邊咁佢有時佢會處理記憶嗰陣時會抄到出嚟，會幫你重新組合一個新嘅場景或者係一個新嘅時空。我覺得自己考試，可能考試對你嚟講係比較難忘嘅體驗我都有試過夢見自己考試，有試過，但唔好記得咯。如果我唔好記得，應該都唔好重視。但係有試過嘅，有啲印象嘅即係中學夢我有試過，我記得 但係唔係好多，個比例唔係好多。你睇翻個比例咯，如果唔係多就係冇乜嘢。總之你發夢肯定係會揀個時空，即係個場景你肯定是但有一個㗎啦。爭咗係同埋個時期肯定有一個㗎啦，即係過去、現在、未來佢 random 咁樣去 pick 俾你嘅，去揀俾你，或者唔係 random 啊，係專登揀俾你。過去、現在、未來揀咗個場景，揀咗個時間，跟住揀咗個人物俾你代入咁樣。
We all set to head to the old hideaway?
好似打機咁樣，無端端我而家變咗阿 Clyde 係嘛？咁唔係我選擇噶嘛，係咪先？隻 game 選擇俾我噶嘛。夢到大班人話咩啊？喂，夢到屌鳩上司，喂好啊！呢個屌鳩上司，好夢，正嘢啦！我稱之為好夢啊，俾你發泄下咯。會有啲夢係俾你發泄嘅，俾你宣泄一種情緒，你埋藏咗嘅一種情緒，好事嚟㗎。玩足之人，玩足迷藏都冇嘅啫。即係你內心係，佢都反映咗你內心一啲嘅，你逃避緊啲嘢咯。即係捉伊恩係玩緊，即係你係逃避緊啲嘢，或者唔係逃避嘅，其實係你係避緊一啲嘢，你避開緊一啲嘢。佢講緊你咁嘅意思，即係好似捉伊恩咁樣，你唔想人哋揾到你，你梗係想喺遊戲裏邊贏噶嘛？即係捉伊恩就咁嘅意思。你人生裏邊都有啲嘢係避緊嘅，有啲人好似想 catch 你，即係咁樣。你覺得有啲人想 catch 你，想捉你，你想避開佢咁樣。跟住就用呢個捉迷藏嘅寓意喺個夢裏度反射，反射翻嗰個現實中嗰個問題，或者有時會宣泄咯，好似有網友咁屌鳩上司，我好撚想屌你咩？我想發呢隻夢，我想屌鳩上司，屌佢老味冚家產，你去做啊你冚家產咁樣，但幾開心，即係你好享受嗰個你係當一個遊戲咁玩咯，即係當。even 可能你想即係捉迷藏係嘛？即係可能有人想 catch 你啦咁你但係你好 enjoy 迴避嗰種感覺，你捉我唔到嗰種感覺兵捉賊嘅感覺，你好 enjoy 咯。有啲人逃避覺得好辛苦㗎嘛，你又唔覺得辛苦咧？覺得好好玩即係咁樣。每個人睇法唔同。
I could do with getting to Canva pretty sharpish. Wouldn't do to keep Lord Rosfield of the Seven High Houses waiting now, would it? Not after he asked for me personally.
Gav will be leaving with me. Will you mind the place while we're gone?
You can count on me. Just be sure to give Sid and the others my regards. All right.
Oh, by the way, Jill will be joining us too.
BDB.
She's got some things to take care of, but she'll meet us there.
I hope she's telling the truth at least.
即係等於 Catch Me 要唔要強咁嗰套戲，你有冇睇嗰套戲？李安納度同埋即係湯漢斯個關係咯。李安納度好撚 enjoy 㗎，佢喺度做嗰個騙子老千咁，佢喺度避開嗰個 FBI， 好撚開心，係嘛？鬥智鬥力㗎嘛，即係你會鬥智㗎嘛，你捉我唔到我覺得我咁我咪叻過你咯咁樣。即係有啲人格性格係會中意㗎嘛。有啲人唔中意噶嘛，哎呀，點解我人生要匿嚟匿去咧？即係咁樣，要逃避咧咁樣，兩種都有嘅，即係睇你邊種人咯。你中意後者咯，你中意做李安納度或者你捉我唔到啊，你捉我唔到啊，即係咁樣即係小朋友肯定係㗎啦，都玩過啦。一係你做捉人嗰個，一係咧就係你被捉嗰個啊嘛你二揀一嘅啫嘛。你中意做後者嘅，你中意被捉嗰個，但係又條友捉你唔到咁樣。好，主任。好多夢都係反映你現實中嘅期許，除咗係一啲平行時空之外，公事性一定有，但有時係反映到個 即係個現實嘅故事，用第二個故事包裝咁樣。Sid 嗰個墳墓嚟。
Well, Sid, I remember what you told me. But if no one is listening to what you have to say, you may as well not say it. But I will say this, old friend. Hugo Cooker is gone. His shadow looms over us no longer.
It's a pity the Phoenix can't be in two places at once. If he'd have been with us, maybe he could have done something for the lost.
Not even the Phoenix can bring people back from the dead. Life has a beginning and an end.
And has a beginning.
So we must live while we have the chance. And not as slaves to the crystals.
Slaves to the
crystals. But as free men.
Free men. A slave.
May we join you?
女主角。
Lady Karen, what a pleasant surprise.
I thought I'd drop by and see how you were all doing before heading off to restock my supplies.
Whispering.
It wasn't the most scenic view back then, but it was never as bad as this.
I know. The Blight marches on.
The Blight marches on.
And soon, there'll be no escaping sights like these. So our mission remains unchanged. We cannot stop until every Mother Crystal is gone, and their thirst for ether with them. The only one that remains in Storm is Drake's Tail in the Crystalline Dominion.
Our next target.
We're going to coincide.
It's the capital of the Empire these days. I wouldn't like to think how tightly guarded they've got the place. Not that that'll stop you, but we do well to scout it out before you go charging in.
We would indeed.
If you're off to the Dominion, you can take this great lump with you.
Goods.
Oh, I am sorry. Have you forgotten you're the most wanted man in the Twins? I thought you might like to disguise yourselves as the attendants of a travelling trader, assuming you've no better ideas. You wanted to buy yourself some tools, didn't you? Well, now's your chance.
You're letting me go with them? Oh, thanks, Nan.
Stop that! You'll break me bones, you great galoot. There's a caravan that runs back and forth between the Dominion and the Bocklad markets. It's managed by the Merchants Guild. Just show them Goots' traders pass and you'll be on your way. It'll be a damn sight less risky than footing it the length of the Crystal Road. That's for sure.
Thank you, Karen. And glad to have you with us, Goots.
Okay then. I'll get me things and I'll meet yous there. See yous down in Bocklad.
Get off! Me poor fingers!
Jill, you're with me.
Understood.
And Gav?
Already on my way, Captain.
Be careful.
Aren't I always?
哦，好似會死喎呢個角色 ，feel 到會死。兵分三路。
Do you see that, Sid? Your protege's making a proper little outlaw of himself.
好，都未去入去主線嘅，都唔知搞乜撚嘢，隻 game。佢要講好多廢話。講好多廢話都未入到個主線，好中意點講好咧？即係隻 game 係煽情咯，但係唔係好煽到嗰個情，最慘。誒唔係喎，行錯路。Tabiki 啊！
How are you feeling?
Better. Thanks to Taya.
I'm glad to hear it.
And Torgal helped too. Didn't you, boy?
夢裏情緒值得留意 ，yeah。笑喊啊，開心唔開心啊，yeah。值得留意。佢會將你抑壓咗嘅情緒釋放，所以發夢係好事嚟嘅。除咗人點會人喺個社會裏邊點會唔抑壓自己情緒？等於老細屌鳩我，唔通我屌翻佢轉頭咩？跟住抑壓咗。咁我好想喺個夢裏邊屌翻佢轉頭。所以發到呢啲夢係好好，但係唔到你選擇嘅喎，即係唔係話我想發一個屌鳩我上司嘅夢，你發到先得㗎，大佬，你有選擇㗎啦，所以咪好夢可以屌鳩上司，俾你釋放嗰種情緒啊，跟住你就會內心覺得係真係好似屌鳩咗個上司，咁你就會釋懷。
This used to be a trade route for merchants crossing the Scars, till the Republic laid a new road wide enough to let wagons pass. And all official traffic moved there.
Leaving this one for those living outside the law.
Indeed. I doubt we'll be the only outlaws on the trail today.
故事性係好強啊，所以佢當電影咁睇，但有時佢會破壞咗個節奏咯。啲人話你玩嗰啲 side quest 幾靚，但係佢嗰種靚又同 Elden Ring 嗰種靚又係爭兩個爭啲嘅。Elden Ring 係再靚啲個世界，佢都靚嘅。
Unless you don't care the job, you just fuck the job.
I want to fuck the job, but I need the money, you know. I always, every moment when I'm working, I always think I would like to fuck my job one day, but I can't because I have no money if I fuck the job. So I need to be patient. I need to be a slave for a while. I need to be not myself a while. I have no choice. When you need the money, you have no choice.
So what do you think?
That we'd be lucky to make it out alive.
Really? It's as bad as that?
Oh, aye. There's trouble up ahead. And too much of it for us to handle.
I take it there's danger on the road.
Danger on the road?
What about this fearsome-looking fellow? You think he'd be equal to the task?
Well, no doubt. Assuming he's willing to hear us out. Well met, friend. My brother and I have been tasked with finding a merchant's missing carts. You seen it by any chance?
How does a merchant misplace his cart?
Same here. Everyone has the same problem. Needs funny and repress fierce emotion at work.
Leaving his livelihood abandoned in the pass.
He sent the two of us to fetch it, but it's gone. Now, I'm not much of a thinker, but I know the work of thieves when I see it.
My brother's right on all accounts. And by my estimation, the bastards are lying in wait just down the road.
We may have seen our share of action, true, but we've not got the skill in arms to bolt.
Needs money and repress their emotion at work. I was missed. I
have the look of a man who needn't fear a band of backwater ruffians. What do you say? Will you help us out? Chances are they'll come for you either way. But if you promise to lend us a hand, at least you'll pocket a reward for your troubles.
Yeah. 總之你為錢就唔係你自己，為錢就不能做自己。有嚿錢就可以做自己，但係嚿錢係會消耗，呢個就係 capitalism 資本主義嘅仆街嘅地方。要你不停咁樣做嘢，攞嚿錢去做自己，咁樣咯。所以有一個時期咧叫做文藝復興嘅，佢哋就覺醒咗，唔撚做，玩藝術玩到好巔峰造極。純粹追求心靈啊，即係文藝復興嗰個年代，因為嗰陣時死得人多，嗰陣時又係死得人多，又係黑死病啊，死得人多。啲人覺醒咗，哇！我做咁多嘢，一陣間就死撚咗啦。點解我而家唔為自己咧？或者係諗一啲自己中意做嘅嘢。
Well, if I'm going to have to deal with them anyway.
You've clearly got a fine head on those broad shoulders.
We're lucky you came along. Now, hoping to make a heavy purse in Boklad, our merchant friend loaded his cart with as much as it would carry. Reckon he won't be forking over the rest of our fee if we don't find those goods. So, while you're seeing to those bandits, you keep your eyes open.
All right. Just don't expect me to drag the cart out of there myself.
No. You can leave the cart to us. You just put an end to those bandits and point us in the right direction. You do that, we'll take care of the rest.
Bandy 應該 Bandy 打山茶先。
I'm not sure I trust those two. But if there are bandits lying in wait, I should probably take care of them.
Look lively, you lot. We've got guests.
These must be our bandits.
This one. Get him.
That's them dealt with. Now, where's that cart? Getting all of this out of here will be a nightmare.
Seems we've found ourselves the right man for the job, wouldn't you say?
Found the cart and didn't leave a single bastard breathing. Our merchant friend will be delighted.
And how exactly will he be getting his goods out of here?
You leave that to us. After all, it'd be wrong to make such a fine warrior haul cabbages to market.
You've done your part. And that's all you need to worry about. Here. It's been a pleasure. Now piss off.
There's no need to be so rude, brother. What if we want his help again next time?
Piss off 就係躝開，piss down 又係落雨，pissing down。
The bastards would have eaten a lot by now.
I see the Dalmex lag behind Rosaria when it comes to bridge building.
The fallen ruin should hold, at least.
The path continues on the other side.
Unless you don't care the job. You just fuck the job. Same here, everyone has the same problem. Needs funny and repress fierce emotion at work. Needs money and repress their emotion at work. I was missed out. Enjoy your game.
Final scene.
So this is Zemeckis.
The land of the gods. It's even more impressive than I imagined. I remember being captivated by the story as a child.
Long, long ago, man was overcome by avarice and challenged the gods in a bid to win their power. The final battle took place here, at these falls. Or so the legend goes. If anyone ever manages to plumb those depths, perhaps we'll learn if there's any truth to the tale.
That the gods emerged victorious and punished man for his defiance by visiting upon him 2 curses.
Dominants and bearers. To tell the truth, I always thought it strange that the dominant and their icons were deemed a curse. Back home, the dominant inherited the throne. They were admired and exalted, not spurned. Whenever I got to that part of the story, I always assumed there must be something I'd misunderstood.
You had a lot of storybooks, didn't you? In your room, I mean. When we were young.
The old legends were always my favorite.
啲定語即係你一定係好多故事。You have a lot of storybook。啲定語 Your room。啲定語你一定我估你係好多書喺呢個間房嗰度，故事書。係咪咧？係咪咧？咁嘅意思啊？啲定語。
Epic battles between gods and men. Father encouraged me to read as much as I could. He thought it good for my education.
You really were a boy like any other, weren't you?
係咪咧？係咪啊？
Just look at this place. It's enough to make you believe the legends are true.
I know.
We're not far from Boklad. The road will be busier up ahead.
Then we'll have to keep our wits about us. Clive? Something wrong?
Nothing. It's nothing.
Thundercraft. Meanwhile, Thundercraft. This is the Imperial Court. Audience chamber.
I see the reports are true, Father. You have surrendered the throne to Olivier.
I have. Emperor Olivier shall rebuild the Holy Empire of Sanbreque.
How is he to rule an empire? He is but a boy.
I shall advise him until he comes of age.
咁搞笑啊！佢投咗降，佢老豆向個細路，即係主角個老母投咗降。
Father, please.
Or for as long as I am able. The empire we seek to build needs young blood to rule it, and I can think of none better suited to the task. There is other news, Dion. Hugo Kupka is dead, and Drake's Fang destroyed. The pillars of the Republic have fallen. Ere long, the Imperial banner shall fly over every city in Storm. And then, Valisthea. All shall bow before their emperor.
Bow.
Father, these are the words of a tyrant.
They are the words of a god. The emperor whom I gladly serve. The great Greeker made flesh.
Wow. Wow. 佢仔嚟㗎喎。
Return to your camp, Dion. And ready your forces. It is time to show the world the true power of Sanbreque.
Sanbreque. True power of Sanbreque.
I find you much changed.
I find you changed. I find you much changed. 你變咗好多。
Is this truly the path you wish to tread? Or are these the ambitions of another? Of Ultima, perhaps?
What nonsense is this?
Nonsense is this.
I speak my mind. and my mind only. Though I do owe Annabella thanks for reminding me of certain truths regarding the nature of nations, of rulers, and of the divine.
You would trust the words of this traitress? She betrayed her country. She slew her husband.
You have ever been an invaluable servant to Sambrek, Prince Dion. I trust you will continue to serve your Emperor in the wars to come.
The canker! Silence! Insolent wretch! You will bend the knee. All else is heresy.
Sire, forgive me.
佢好鬥做咩？俾人洗咗腦。
Come, your radiance. The Rowena Syndicate awaits your pleasure.
Oh, not another meeting with silly old men. They're so boring. I'm hungry, Father. Can't we have luncheon instead?
Does it pain you that you will not inherit your father's throne?
I have suffered worse.
I've suffered worse.
Count your blessings, Dion. For a base-born child to be chosen by Bahamut is miracle enough. You have risen high on his wings, but you shall rise no higher, lest your impure blood stain the throne.
What do you know of my blood?
Wow, 佢老母想點嘅？想害死呢個 Bahamut。Okay. Meanwhile,
the Boklab markets are to the
Clive,
north.
keep running.
We just need to hug the coast.
Keep running towards the blah 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 city. Let's go. OK， 落行表咯，有排行。
Let's go.
Infiltrating the Dominion won't be easy with the Imperials on high alert.
No. His Radiance has lost one capital already. We can be sure Sylvester will do everything in his power to hold on to Twinside. His troops are well-trained and increasingly battle-hardened. But it's not as if we can wait for the siege to end.
They've closed the road to Randalar.
If the siege breaks, they'll need more than this to stop the Imperial legions marching on the capital.
Oh, I'm done for.
If you haven't got a pass, you're not getting through. Please.
More refugees.
Unless you don't care the job. You just fuck the job. Same here, everyone has the same problem. Needs funny and repress fierce emotion at work. Needs money and repress their emotion at work. I was misled. Enjoy your game.
Get him! This one!
Come on. Run like the wind. That'll do, girl.
There are no crystals here.
This is where we're supposed to meet Goots, isn't it?
That's right. He said he'd wait for us here after replenishing his supplies. I dare say he'll have finished by now.
Hurry, man. I must leave for the Dominion post haste.
I am hurrying, my lord.
Bloody Crimson Caravan. Stupid.
The brothers found another victim.
I believe it, all right. What's that? A third?
Ah, a soldier like yourself could do with hearing this. If ever you see a couple of brothers up in Leitney's Cleft, you just pass them right on by.
And why's that?
Because they're duplicitous bastards who make cutthroats and footpads look like upstanding citizens by comparison. What they do is befriend a passing merchant, someone new to the area, and steer them straight into the arms of bandits. The merchant dead and his murderers busy bickering over the poor bastard's wares. The brothers set to sweet-talking some other unsuspecting fool, a warrior. Now, the brave soul charges into the footpad's den thinking he's doing the realm a favour, and when he's done, the brothers sweep in and loot the bandits and dead merchant both.
Yeah, there's a lazy sort of cunning to it, I suppose. You'd think they'd run out of bandits eventually.
So close to Boklad? Not bloody likely.
I suppose you're right. Anyway, if you run into them, you steer clear. Or better yet, give them a damn good hiding.
I really wish I had. Thanks for the warning.
I wish to engage the Crimson Caravan's services. Where's the proprietress?
She's otherwise engaged at present, my lord. Come back later.
Let me carry your goods. I'm cheap.
And nasty. Let me.
Peaches and pears, beets and beans.
Out of my sight, wretch.
What are you looking for?
A fine choice. Many thanks. You've a discerning eye. May Gilbert smile upon you.
Likely a claymore.
Wonders from across the water. Come one, come all. Feast your eyes. Good sir, can I interest you in...
Interested in...
How much? For a measly crust of bread?
You won't find any cheaper. Not nowadays. You're more than welcome to look.
The Empire's unlawful and illegitimate occupation of the Crystalline Dominion is still in effect. Only those whose business in Twinside has been officially approved by the Republican Army will be permitted to cross the border. All who seek entry are to form a line and ready their documents for inspection.
It looks like we aren't the only ones who are eager to leave.
And they're checking everyone.
Can't you make an
Not for the likes of you.
We won't get through without that pass. Let's go and find Good, shall we?
好嗎 ？Shall we 即係好嗎 ？Find the goose 好嗎
He must be around here somewhere.
I'll take the law.
Ah, Good. There you are.
Clive, I'm so sorry. Don't tell Nan, will you?
Slow down, Good. Just tell us what happened.
It's me trader's pass. It's gone. We cannot ride the caravan without it. We won't even be able to get through the flipping checkpoint.
Do you remember when you last saw it?
It was in my pocket a minute ago. Then a bairn bumped into me and... Yeah. You don't think that they might have nicked it, do you?
It wouldn't surprise me. A busy market like this is prime territory for pickpockets.
So, to get the pass back, we need to find this child. Where would we even start?
I know where! I've got a pal in Bocklad who might be able to help us. No one knows more about what goes on round here than she does.
Where do we find her?
She's the owner of the Crimson Caravans, up that way. Sign's got a red chocobo on it.
No time like the present.
You two go on ahead. I'm gonna check the rest of my stuff, make sure nothing else is missing.
All right. We'll meet you there.
Let's keep an eye out for this red chocobo, then.
And the other on our purses.
啊，好熱鬧啊！市集。
Won't find anything of this quality in Twinside.
You should come with me to the Dominion. Life will be different then.
Go and bother someone else, will you? I've got my trader's pass and I'll be leaving as soon as I'm able. If I stay here much longer, I'll end up no better off than those poor sods by the gates.
Remember when half the people coming through here were traders?
Get us through! Have you got a trader's pass? No? Then fuck off.
Oh.
The caravan stops next to the checkpoint.
If you're looking for the Crimson Caravans, head out of the canyon and take... People only ever want directions.
Directions.
Out of my sight, wretch.
Out of my sight. Chris, you know Chris.
Bloody Crimson Caravan, scooping up all the best customers. Leave some for the rest of us.
Looking to hire a coach? It's 10 million for a two-birder to the Crystalline Dominion. Take it or leave it.
Oh, we're not here for that.
Then I bid you good day.
Okay.
Don't go, El. He's me mate.
As I live and breathe. Goots, what are you doing back in Boklad? I gather Lady Karen didn't send you. So what trouble have you got yourself into this time?
It's me trader's pass. It got stolen. By little Ben.
Of all the... You're the size of a marble. Honestly. Ugh.
Goots told us that you know the markets well. Might you have an idea which little bairn could have done this?
We don't intend to punish them. We just need our pass back. Then, we can be on our way.
I see. So neither of you has a trader's pass either. Not that anyone would take you for traders, but I suppose that's why you came to me, correct? Now, I can't say for sure who took your pass, but I suspect I know why they did it. Let me explain. Ever since the Fist marched on the Dominion, the Republic has been clamping down on any commerce that might aid the Empire more than it does us. Which means traders' passes have gone from being merely a way of easing one's progress to being essential if one wishes to cross the border at all. And with demand outstripping supply, they've become a precious commodity, leading some to seek to acquire them by less than legitimate means.
So the children are stealing passes to sell on the black market?
Yes, and no. Passes are inscribed with the names of their owners, and yet none of the victims' names have appeared on the register of those passing through the checkpoint.
Which means?
That someone is doctoring the stolen passes. The same someone who is encouraging the children to steal them. And the same someone who has Goots' pass, no doubt. Whoever they are, they're ruining the livelihoods of honest merchants, which is why we've decided to take a stand. Will you stand with us? You want to get your pass back, and we want to ensure that no more are stolen. Catch whoever's behind it all, and two birds shall be slain with a single stone.
Is there any other way of getting to the Crystalline Dominion, Goots?
They won't let you in if you're not with the caravan. It's that, I don't know, try swimming across the strait. But the guards will definitely spot you if you try and do that. Like, we don't want to get spotted, right?
So either we find the people who took the pass, or give up all hope of entering the Dominion.
All right. We'll help.
Thank you kindly. But I don't know your name. Eloise at your service.
Eloise.
Clive.
At your service.
A pleasure doing business with you, Clive.
See what team it is. The Christian.
The proprietor of the furniture makers by the coach stop is spearheading the search. Wear that, and he will know you for a friend. I suggest that you speak with him first.
The furniture makers. Understood.
To catch a thief.
Our
搞啲搞路啊，都未搞到，都未有啲嘢睇下。
Jug of snake spit
Come
for the
on,
road.
Juicy pears! Snake your thirst!
Are you the furniture maker?
Looking for something in particular? Ah,
Something in
Eloise
particular.
collared you too, eh? Then I expect you want to know more.
She told me you were leading the hunt for the pickpockets. What have you learned?
For one, that they're targeting the traders carrying the biggest packs. Harder to watch your back, see? And less chance of the mark giving chase. Not that they'd be likely to catch them. Those imps know every inch of this warren like the backs of their hands.
Their eyes must have lit up when they saw Goots.
The fishmonger round by the gate's been trying to track down the children involved. You should go and have a word with her.
強積金啊
Thank you.
遲啲先攞啦，唔急嘅。獎要快，唔急獎要快。
You won't find anything of this quality in Twinside.
You should come with me to the Dominion. Life.
Fish for sale! Fresh sorted and smoked! Can I interest you? Ah, sorry. Message from Eloise, is it?
She's asked me to help her. To help you find the pickpockets.
Is that so? Suppose I better tell you what I know then. For one, this isn't a family operation. All the traders say the children who stole their passes were dirty, dressed in rags. Street urchins, by the sound of it. We get a lot around here.
Orphans from the wars.
A few, perhaps. You saw the refugees gathered by the entranceway? They're all looking for a new start in the Dominion and beyond. Some of them take it as an opportunity to rid themselves of unwanted baggage.
The shame of it.
Whoever's behind this would have to have made themselves known to the children at some point.
And so should we.
You should start with the children around here, then. I doubt they're the ones involved, but they might have heard something.
It's worth a try.
All right then. Questioning children. How hard can that be?
Different then.
Come, taste my peaches! They're sweet as nectar!
Excuse me. Do you mind if I ask you something?
Can't stop you.
I was just wondering if anyone has asked you to do anything out of the ordinary recently.
Anything you grown up
153.
go away. So guess what I'm about to tell you to do?
Sorry. I'll leave you alone.
I'll take the large one.
Do you have a moment?
What do you want?
What
What
I
do you want?
want is to know who's asking children like you to pick pockets.
I don't know. Nobody's asked me. What's picking pockets? Do you get paid for it?
No, you get in trouble for it. So if they come calling, you know what to tell them.
The caravan stops next to the checkpoint. Jug of snake spit.
Excuse me?
What do you want? I don't have any money. It's all right. We're not going to hurt you. We just want to talk.
Just want to talk.
What about? We've heard that
What's
some
about?
very bad people are making children like you steal from travelers. We need to know who's behind it so we can stop them.
I don't know much about it, really. But my friend, Honza, he said he got a job doing something dangerous.
Sounds promising.
We need to find him and ask.
Do you know where your friend might be?
He's usually by the tents outside town.
Thank you. You've been very helpful.
好似啲警察咁樣，差婆咁樣喺度查案。唔好騎六行了，有排跑。
Peaches and pears.
Let me carry your goods. I'm cheap.
water for hire. Best service.
That's that then.
She must have meant the refugee camp.
Let's hope he's still nearby.
Daddy, I'm hungry.
Yeah, and I'm broke. Enough of your whining.
That big fat donkey was easy pickings. He wouldn't have noticed if we'd robbed his boots off him.
Yeah. Wish we hadn't handed over the pass, though. Could use one of those things to get out of this dump.
Chance would be a fine thing. The moment they found out, they'd string us up by our guts.
Would they now? Perhaps you'd like to introduce us to these charming characters.
Shit, we're in trouble now.
What do we do?
You two get caught if you want. I'm off.
Hunter, where are you going?
So that was Hunter, eh? Jill, you watch these two. I'm going after him.
All right.
He can't have gone far. I need to find him before his employers do.
無端端揾條靚仔喺度捉嗰個靚仔。
Did you see a boy run past? He stole something from a friend of mine.
There was a boy ran back there towards the Chocobo pen, but...
Thank you.
Friends of mine，我的朋友。Steal something from friends of mine， 偷走我朋友的物件，偷走了一啲物件。
Cornered.
It's all right, Hunter. I'm not going to hurt you. I just want to ask you some questions.
Ask you some questions.
Not like I've got a choice.
I'm looking for the people who were making you steal for them. Who are they?
Called themselves the Carstones. They said they'd give me good gill if I did what they told me. I knew they were bad, but bread doesn't come for free. Didn't come at all half the time, before I started buzzing for them. You know, if I didn't do it, they'd just pick on someone else. Someone they could push around easier.
Hunter.
You found him then?
Jill. Where are the other two?
Eloise is watching over them. She sent Goots and I to look for you.
You're... him!
I haven't got your pass anymore, if that's what you're after. I gave it to the Carstones. Whatever you do to me, I can't get it back. Not that I go against them anyway. If it weren't for their gill, me and my mates would have starved.
乜嘢人？
Cowards. You will not force another child to do your bidding.
Wait, we're not...
Don't hurt him.
You're making a mistake. We're on the same side.
Like hell we are. That brooch. Where did you get it?
Master Theo?
Goots. What are you doing with these people? Unless you're the ones my sister was talking about.
Your sister?
多到型男彈咗出嚟，型男 NPC。
Eloise didn't tell us she had a brother.
And why would she? I'm just a back and a blade. Theodore, at your service. Sorry about before.
Theodore, what do you know of the Cast Stones?
Vultures who have made Boklad their hunting ground. They prey on the desperate, stealing from those with gil and bullying those without it into joining their flock. I'd been looking into their activities in hope of sparing the refugees any further hardship. But it seems they've already stooped even lower than I'd feared. Hansa's a good lad. Don't blame him for what they've made him do. If he and his friends hadn't agreed to work for the stones, some other poor souls would have. On pain of death, most likely. Clive, was it? And my sisters asked you to help put an end to the pickpocketing. Then we all want the same thing.
遇到頭先嗰個女士嘅細路 ，to catch a thief。搞笑嘅斷下斷下。
So,
what's the
plan?
What else? We find the cast stones and we crush them. You get your trader's pass back, and I make Boklad a safe place again.
All right then.
All right then.
7點鐘，出唔出去買嘢？
Honza, where are they camped? Don't worry. They'll never know you told us.
Couldn't if I wanted to. They always come to town to collect the passes. Meet us outside the gate. I tried following them once, but they spotted me halfway down the trail. Said they'd string me up.
We'll try it this time. Which way were they going?
Back down the road towards Leighton's Cleft.
To Leighton's Cleft, then.
我話差唔多啦，咁
Leighton's
啊
Cleft is to the south past the camp.
無限做嗰啲任務，做嘅都做唔完，save 咗佢先。哇，4條友，咁啊玩到呢度先，咁啊多謝收睇。